From Nikki T, what teams are trying to trade their draft picks this year?
Well, there are a lot of teams that have actually multiple first-round picks. A lot of teams like the Philadelphia 76ers that you don't see in this graphic that have a lot of second-round picks as well. But when you talk about the teams that have multiple firsts, you got the Timberwolves with the first pick, of course, and the 17th overall pick. I don't think they move number 1. I do think 17 could be in play. The Knicks, they have 8 and 27. Could they package those, move up a little bit, and land a guy that they really, really like? OKC just got the 25th pick, the 28th pick from the Lakers. They already had the 25th pick. But Boston is the team everyone needs to be watching out for as they have 3 first-round picks. 3! That is insane. And they're 14, 26, and 30. Those are picks that, hey, maybe they package them and they move up and get a guy that they really like earlier in the lottery. Or maybe they package them and get an actual player that can help them win. Now, a lot of reports are coming out that Celtics, they're not looking to trade looking to keep all of those picks. I mean, you remember last year.
Of course not. They don't have enough space.
They don't have enough space because last year they drafted Carson Edwards, they got Tremont Waters, they got Grant Williams. That was already 3 guys that you had to take, and Romeo Langford, don't forget him. They had to develop all of those guys. They're not going to take a whole another 2-3 years to develop more 3 first-round picks. So I think Boston is the team I would watch out for to start moving some first-round picks before or on draft night.
Could they do something to try and acquire a future first-round pick again, maybe package one of those first to try and just kind of kick the can down the road when they have to make that decision?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense. It'll be interesting to see what Boston does. I don't think they move up too high in the lottery, but I'd watch out for maybe that 7-8 range for them.
Well, who should be the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft? Type in A for Anthony Edwards, J for James Wiseman, L for LaMelo Ball, or if you think it's somebody else altogether, just comment with your player name. Where are you going with, Jimmy? Who should be number 1?
I think Anthony Edwards is the most talented player in this draft. I think he has one of the highest ceilings. I'll say this, and I've said this before. People know that I preach this regularly. LaMelo Ball, highest ceiling in this draft, but he also has a pretty low floor. James Wiseman, higher floor than a lot of these guys, but I think also a little bit of a lower ceiling. And then Anthony Edwards, he's got both of them. He's got a high floor and a high ceiling. You take him number 1.
NBA jerseys, by the way, at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Even got some alternate color ones, which I appreciate those kind of alternate color schemes there. I like the Hawks ones, by the way. Red and yellow normally doesn't work for me, but it does for the Hawks for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why.
I don't know.
But
maybe
I like it.
It kind of reminds me of McDonald's in a good way, like the McDonald's All-American jerseys.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of.
But
But I love all these jerseys, and all the latest updates and retro jerseys are coming back into play at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. On draft night, after your team picks a player, they'll have those jerseys readily available for whoever your top pick is, probably. So you're going to want to make sure you go get yours today at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys.
Another super chat, this one from Taylor Cole. Celtics trade targets not named Myles Turner or Drew Holiday. He says maybe throwing in picks or Smart or Kemba or Hayward.
Well, we mentioned James Harden, but I don't think I don't think it happens. But I think the Celtics are more realistic than most teams. God, not named Turner or Holiday. Maybe they do want Victor Oladipo. I know it's still the Pacers, but maybe it is Victor Oladipo. Maybe they go with another big man. You know what? Let's say the Knicks are absolutely in love with Gordon Hayward. If they could get Mitchell Robinson from them, great. But I highly doubt that. If New York does that, they would be stupid. I think you hold on to Mitchell Robinson. But if they love Gordon Hayward enough, and maybe the Celtics go, hey, we'll give you 14, 26, 30, and Hayward if you give us Mitchell Robinson back. Maybe that's something that could happen for the Boston Celtics. And
interesting.
I do want to give a shout-out to all of our Celtic fans because this channel has been growing like crazy. We're really quickly approaching 1,000 subscribers, so please – we passed it. We're already past 1,000. So let's get to 2,000. Chatsports.com/CelticsTV. Go turn on your notifications because we got videos coming out basically every day on that channel with the Celtics about to have a crazy offseason.
They always do. And if you guys want more videos, then just subscribe. So, again, it's chatsports.com/CelticsTV. Scott Marquis says Celtics get Jarrett Allen and Kevin Durant so that the Brooklyn Nets have more cap space to trade for Harden. You want to take this one or should I?
Yeah, I'll let you take this one. You got it.
Yeah, the purpose of the Nets getting James Harden is to pair him with Kevin Durant and with Kyrie Irving, not moving on from Durant. So, fun idea. I'm sure Boston would love to do it, but there's no way the Nets actually do that.
And also,
how'd I do?
Do you think Jarrett Allen's just bad? Like, he's a great player, too, so...
Yeah.
No.
The NBA draft is almost here, and we're going to be live for every single pick, and we'll have all the picks in before the major networks. And unlike some, ESPN will actually talk about all the draft picks as well. Even that pick 55 overall, we'll discuss it, even if it's someone you haven't heard of before, because we know what you want. You want actual draft pick discussion, not random interviews or whatever. So if you want every single draft pick before the major networks, hit that big red button and subscribe today. All right, from my burner account, who are your East and West sleeper teams for this upcoming season?
East and West sleeper teams. Okay, are we gonna play? Are we gonna play West or sleepers, as in sleepers to make the playoffs, or sleepers
How
to
about
come out of
sleepers to make the playoffs?
Okay, sleepers to make the playoffs. Does Phoenix count as a sleeper team?
I'm going to say I will allow it.
Okay.
Because I am not Hater Jimmy, I'm nice.
Okay, I think Phoenix is my sleeper team in the West. I also think people are still sleeping on just how good the Kings can, or not the Kings, the Grizzlies can be.
There you go.
I think the Grizzlies are a really good team. I love Ja Morant, healthy Jaren Jackson Jr. So those are my two in the West. In the East,
Hawks?
Wizards.
Ooh, okay.
I think if John Wall is healthy, if Bradley Beal is healthy and committed, and they bring in whoever they draft with that 9th overall pick, I think that's a team that could sneak into the Eastern Conference playoffs. I do think the Hawks are another team, though, that if they acquire the right kind of veterans, they could be there. But if they stay put, I still think they're probably looking at the lottery once again.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I like the Hawks as my sleeper team. Is that too obvious?
No,
okay?
No. I don't think so.
Okay. Another super chat from Senes TV. Hopefully I pronounced that first part right there. Who do you think Harden will go to, or do you think he stays?
He won't stay. I will absolutely say he does not stay. At this point, I'm kind of all in on the Brooklyn Nets train. I think he goes at least to an Eastern Conference team. You know who would be a fun team to see him go to that I don't think is going to happen? What if the Toronto Raptors just went out and got another all-star like they did with Kawhi Leonard? What if
went
they
all in again?
Somehow did it? I think it'd be like
fun.
OG Anunoby, first-round picks, and like, I don't know, probably not Siakam. I don't think they'd give up Siakam. But
I don't think they could, but I feel like Houston would ask for him.
I think so, too. So I think he ends up going to Brooklyn, and I don't think he's staying. I think 100% he is gone from Houston. It is written all over the paper. It's written all over the walls. Guy is no longer going to be a member of the Houston Rockets.